Well, I'll do it a third time. Unbelievable. The first time was gibberish. Then I did the video a second time. And when I went to save it, it said access denied, and the whole thing just disappeared as if it didn't even exist. And I have no clue where it went, but I can't find it on my computer. So within a little less than an hour, this is my third try at creating a video called Reflections on Relationships. Hopefully this time it'll work. I wrote, "Okay, I admit it. I used to think I could not fulfill my life's mission alone. I needed a spiritual partner to find real fulfillment. There's been a shift in me. As I look at some of my friends struggle in their relationships, I see lots of complications. There's something to be said for simplicity, loneliness notwithstanding." Oh, is this Mercury retrograde, Dickie Joe? I think you might think it is. Anyway, I'm getting a little bit frustrated for the second day in a row as I talk about love and relationships. There seems to be a tremendous challenge. It took 3 tries yesterday before I finally got to where I needed to go. And who knows, it looks like it might be doing that same thing today. Hopefully this is the last time. And see, I'm not talking about the subject matter anymore. I'm talking about the situation and the circumstances rather than the subject. And I apologize for that, but that's where I am. Last year, I was still in the mindset that I had been in most of my life, that I could not fulfill my spiritual mission absent my spiritual partner. I needed that lady in my life who was going to keep my batteries charged and help me fulfill that which I came to do, as I would help her fulfill what she came to do. And we would be a team working together to... The ultimate vision was to create new worlds, but I understand that there's other things that have to be done before you can create new worlds. But anyway, that was what I thought I needed. And then at the end of the year, I got the message clearly from Spirit to stop making excuses and to get on with my mission in life. And I wrote that article, 2011, a year of massive visible changes, that just took off as it was picked up by websites all over the planet. And then I was challenged to do videos, and January 11th this year I did my very first video on my own computer, and it was like the world was waiting for me. So many people around the planet, and I've made so many friends, and if there's ever been a time that I did not feel alone, it's 2011. I mean, I feel more connected to more people at this time than I ever have in my entire life. I feel like I have friends on every continent except Antarctica. Friends that would welcome me into their home. Friends that would love to spend time just talking with me and chatting with me, and maybe even some of them making love to me. Who knows? But in any case, I'm not alone, and I don't feel a need for a relationship. In fact, as I look at the complications in some of the relationships that some of my friends are having, I think, why would I want to add that kind of complication? It would be interference, it wouldn't help me fulfill anything. It would keep me from fulfilling what I'm already doing and what I already feel my mission is. So I've had a total 180-degree about face in how I see relationships. And I was reflecting on that in the meditation room this morning, and I've already done 2 videos on it that you'll never see. And hopefully this one you will see. But anyway, I'm realizing that the most important relationship that ever was in my life was the relationship that I had with me, and becoming content with me. That was really what it was all about. Seeing that I had what I needed to do what I needed to do. I didn't need to receive it from someone else. That it's all in me, and that the universe brings me the people in my life and the events and circumstances and opportunities to fulfill what I came to do, and I don't necessarily have to have that loving, intimate, close sexual relationship that I always thought was an absolute requirement for my happiness and for my fulfillment. No, Spirit has shown me very clearly this year that I can be quite happy and quite fulfilled, albeit there are times of loneliness. I know that, I admit that. But there's more satisfaction than I've ever had in my life, and a relationship would only interfere and stand in the way. Anyway, I'm hoping this year to be able to go to my class reunion up in New Jersey in October. My biggest challenge is being able to do my daily videos, because I don't have the the portable computer, the laptop computer, to take with me to be able to do the videos on the road. And so I'd be locked into having to take my desktop with me or something. I don't know. I haven't figured that out yet, but that's something I'd like to do, and I'd like to connect with some of my old classmates. I've never been to my class reunion in all these years since 1964. And I'd like to do that this year, but my first priority is to keep my commitment to doing these daily videos for everyone that listens to me every day. Many people very faithfully. This has been so fulfilling for me that for the first time in my life I'm saying, I'm not ready for a relationship right now. There's these things that I have to do that are so much more important. And God knows this didn't come out in the other ones. God knows how much I would still love to connect with that twin flame. Whether she's halfway around the world or even on a different planet, it doesn't even matter. Somehow I'd still like to connect at that deep level, because ultimately the vision that I've always had is to create new worlds, not children. I have 2 wonderful children. Well, they're adults now, but well, they were children at one time. In fact, my daughter's birthday was yesterday. She's 38 now, and my son is 40. Can you believe it? I can, because it's the way it is. But anyway, I'm feeling something that I didn't feel in either of the other 2 videos. I'm feeling like I'm connecting with somebody right now, somewhere, that hears what I'm saying in a way that nobody else is hearing it. And I don't know who that is, and I don't know if I'm just imagining it or what. But there's something going on inside of my heart as I look at relationships. And I almost don't have words, because this didn't happen in take 1 or take 2. Maybe more than one person out there is being spoken to. Maybe you're supposed to learn to love yourself and develop that relationship with you, and stop taking asides. Stop distracting yourself from yourself. Get to know you. As I got to know me, it's been amazing and miraculous. But there are many of us that still need to get to know ourselves. And when we get to know ourselves, we will find that connection with that other person that was perfectly created to be our partner. And it will happen. I'm not even worried about it for myself, because when I'm ready and when the time is right, it's going to click, just like that. And we're going to see each other, we're going to know each other, we're going to recognize that we're on the same path together. We want the same thing in life, we have the same vision, the same goals, similar interests. It doesn't have to be perfectly the same interests, but it's similar interests. We're going to be there to love and fulfill each other. But first, my first priority, Spirit taught me, was to develop the relationship with Ron and to realize that Ron could fulfill his purpose and have a sense of satisfaction and fulfillment without having that sexual connection, that spiritual partner in my life that would be there to share touchy-feely stuff with. And so I encourage each of you to find that place in your heart where you can love you. Because there's no more important relationship on this planet right now than for each of us to fall in love with ourselves in a way that we've never done before, recognizing that we are divine children, accepting and forgiving our weaknesses and our shortcomings, because we all have them. My weakness has always been in relationships and relating to women, especially when sex begins to be involved. Relate to women fine if there's no sexual issues to deal with. And I think I'm not alone. And I'm feeling something that I didn't feel in either of the other first two videos. And I'm saying it again and again because all of a sudden my heart is doing something that it didn't do before. And I'm sending love to somebody, maybe more than one person, that you need this at this time to know that you are enough and you are good enough and you are able to fulfill what you came to fulfill. And you don't have to keep making excuses. You don't have to keep looking for somebody to fulfill you. All that you've needed is within you. And when you're willing to see that, and willing to embrace yourself and forgive yourself, something magical is going to happen with you, just like it's going to happen for me, in the right time, with the right person, in the right set of circumstances. It's all going to come together, because this ninth wave is completion. This is the end of the evolution of consciousness. We're waking up, we're taking back all of the parts of ourselves and becoming whole again for the very first time. That is the relationship Spirit is wanting us to get to see. The relationship with ourselves, and then our relationship with each other on a global level, on a cosmic level. And then, when the time is right, connecting with that special other in a way that is magical and powerful. And it's what the human soul longs for. That sense of knowing that we are one and always have been, even when we've been apart on the physical level. We've always been one. I send you love. Relationships is a difficult issue, but loving yourself is the most important part of that issue. And I leave you with that this morning. Namaste.